Hey guys, it's Brandon Miniman from Pocketnow.com, and this is a look at the Leo Test ROM, which features HTC Sense in true landscape. This has been extracted from the T-Mobile USA HD2 ROM. It's running Manila version 2.5 build 1922, for those of you keeping track. We're going to go through sort of the features of this new version of Manila, because it finally offers true landscape for HTC Sense. So one thing of note is that there's a new program from HTC. It's called Voice Recorder, so if we tap there, we get a nice interface for recording our voice. A very simple program, so let's test it. Hello, this is a test. You get a little equalizer up there. You can play it back.
Hello, this is a test.
Very simple, and from there you can share it to email, or you can send it through an MMS. There it goes, send via Bluetooth. We can go to all recordings, and then we get this sort of HTC Sense-like interface here. So just a quick look at that. Let's go back to the home screen. So everything is pretty much the same. And by the way, I'm running this Leo Test ROM on the Touch Pro2 here. So I'm going to slide out the keyboard, and you're going to see sort of how everything reflows in Landscape HTC Sense. So all the information goes to the left side of the screen. And let's see if we can get the weather animation to come up. So let me go into the Start menu and go out of it. And it doesn't look like the weather animation is coming on the screen. Again, this is a test ROM. And over to the right, we get the icons that reflow sort of vertically there so that everything fits. Let's go to the right, to the next panel. We have favorite people, and again, everything reflows nicely for the landscape screen. And there's a look 3x3 here, and more like 2x5 in the landscape. But it looks quite nice. To the right, we have text messages. And here is email, and everything flows nicely to the screen. You get a widescreen preview, which actually gives you a better look at your email, and you can flick up and flick down. Performance of this is a little bit slow right now, but you get the feel for it. I'm going to go over to the right. And here we have the Internet tab, and again, I'm just swiping to the right to the left, but obviously I could just move my finger along the bottom here. Works the same. And the icons reflow downward like so. Let's go to the right. And here's the calendar, and the calendar looks quite good in landscape, so we can tap on a day, go to agenda view. Everything looks nice on the screen. We can go to the week view, which actually looks kind of strange, especially when you have a lot of appointments on the screen, but it works quite well in landscape nonetheless. Let's go to the right. Here are stocks, so we can tap on a particular stock, and we've seen this in landscape anyway before. And swipe to the right. Then we'll get pictures, and we can flick through our pictures. Performance is quite good. To the right we go one more time. And here's the new Documents tab, which actually doesn't work too well in the landscape view. Basically what this Documents tab is, it creates a sub-interface if you go to All Documents and puts all of the documents under one place. It's very convenient. Let's open up the keyboard again to get landscape, and we'll go to the next item, which will be music. And we've got a simple way to play music. But what's new about this tab, if we go into Library, and I don't have to be in landscape for this. If you go to Artist, before, if you tapped on a particular artist, and it's loading it right now, if you tapped on 311, it would go to another panel. But in this case, there's a drop-down, so you stay within one screen without having to dig deep into many different screens, which I think is a nice way to clean things up a bit. So let's go back. Whoops. Let's see how weather looks in the reflowed column, or the reflowed horizontal view. So it looks very nice. You get the forecast here on the right, and the main conditions over there on the left. If we go to the right, this is for Twitter. I haven't logged in yet. Let me do so. Okay, so I logged in, and it doesn't look like the Twitter peak from HTC has been optimized for the horizontal display. Things are kind of set over to the left there. Perhaps that will be changed in future versions of this ROM. Let's go to the right once more. And here we have footprints, which also hasn't really been optimized for the landscape view. Over to the right, we have settings, and then we are to the end of things, but this works quite well in the landscape view. So that was a look at the Leo Test ROM's new version of HTC Sense that's build 1922. It looks like that the HD2 that is released on T-Mobile USA may be able to go into landscape when you're using Sense, which would make a lot of sense because most other screens work in landscape on the HD2. Why shouldn't the main interface of Sense? So it works quite well. We'll post the link on Pocketnow.com with more information on how to get this if you want to try it. That's it for now.